Imagine being told you're dying and deciding your life begins right now. That's the bold, bittersweet, and totally wild premise behind Dying for Sex, a Hulu and Disney Plus production miniseries based on a true story. And yes, it's chaotic and as heartfelt as it sounds. Let's break down this messy, hilarious, and sometimes heartbreaking show, what works and what doesn't, and why it might be the most emotionally confusing thing you've watched this year. The series stars Michelle Williams as Molly Kochan, a woman diagnosed with terminal breast cancer, who decides to leave her husband and go on a journey of sexual liberation. That sounds like a raunchy comedy, but don't be fooled. This is grief in stilettos, with a vibrator in one hand and morality looming just off screen. Based on the real-life podcast Molly created with her best friend, Nikki Boyer, Dying for Sex is as much about friendship, trauma, healing, and love as it is about orgasms. Molly Kochan was diagnosed with cancer not once but twice. In 2015, when it turned terminal, she made a radical choice: leave her marriage, explore her body and desires on her own terms. This journey became a hit podcast, a memoir, and now this miniseries. Molly would die on March 8, 2019, at the age of 45. The series is created by Liz Meriwether and Kim Rosenstock, the duo behind New Girl, and it shows. There's a kind of bubbly irreverence here, even as the show tackles some seriously heavy subject matter. Firstly, let's talk performances. Michelle Williams is absolutely phenomenal, committed, emotionally layered, but at times frustrating. Her Molly is complex, selfish, brave, erratic, funny, sad, and honestly, kind of annoying. But that's what makes it work. You believe her. You want to shake her, but in the same breath, you really feel for her as well. Molly's not always the most likable person, and Williams plays her with a glint in her eye and a smirk on her face, almost as if she's trying to defy death rather than accept it. Her chemistry here with Jenny Slate, who plays Nikki, is the heart and soul of the show. Slate is electric, funny, warm, chaotic, but also the anchor to Molly's wildness. She sacrifices her own happiness to support her best friend, and that devotion is beautifully portrayed. But yes, both characters can get annoying. It's kind of part of the messy realism that the show embraces. The show, as the title describes, does lead into sex, like a lot of sex, and for some, that may be too much. There's full frontal male nudity, masturbation scenes, and kink, but it's not played for shock value. It's tied deeply to Molly's search for agency, healing, and control. And crucially, Williams never appears nude, despite what the title may suggest. Some critics felt the show overdoes it, that 2 episodes too long, or that the sex overshadows the more moving moments. And yeah, I kind of get that, but the tonal balance for me mostly works. The show is funny 1 second, then devastating the next. But overall, I particularly enjoyed the way the show explores Molly's sexuality, and doesn't hide away from maybe what would be deemed as more controversial topics. Dying for Sex is ultimately about life. It explores what it means to be truly alive, to love, and to take control of your body, even when your body is failing you. It asks big questions. What if you had 6 months to live? Would you still pretend to be polite? Would you still settle? The show can be offbeat and quirky, yet for me it never really oversteps into the sentimental zone. Even if it occasionally dips its toe into the hallmark territory and then yanks you right back with a punchline or raw confession. It's feminist, fearless, and a little chaotic. Shot in New York instead of Los Angeles, the series has a vibrant, intimate style. There's some beautiful use of light and color, especially in flashbacks and hospital scenes. Meriwether and Rosenstock took creative liberties, merging characters, changing locations, and adding fictional moments like Molly kicking a guy's penis so hard she breaks her femur. Yeah, that didn't actually happen. And while the real Nikki was a lot more organized, the show portrays her as a whirlwind of energy and emotional support. The show has received a 98% score on Rotten Tomatoes and 82 on Metacritic, with critics praising its tone, performances, and raw honesty. Others said it was too long, too sex-heavy, or not quite realistic enough, like Molly never losing her hair during chemo, or the overly stylized narrative structure. Some compared it to I May Destroy You or Normal People, emotionally raw, grounded, and bold in its portrayal of female sexuality. Now for me, Dying for Sex won't be for everyone. It's messy, it's emotional, it's funny, and it's crude and painful all at once. But if you're looking for a show that challenges how we talk about sex, grief, dying, and friendship, it's absolutely worth a watch. You might cry, you might cringe, you might even question your own life choices, but you surely won't forget Dying for Sex anytime soon. Dying for Sex gets an 8 out of 10. A little long, a little over the top, but still bold, brave, and unforgettable, with 2 excellent performances from Jenny Slate and Michelle Williams. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of Dying for Sex. Did it hit? Did it miss? Did you cry or even cringe? Drop a comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe for more reviews that go a little deeper.